Welcome to Driving Immersion. This is the immersive racing experience. Studio 397's Le Mans Ultimate is the best detailed simulation of the World Endurance Championship. This is a continuation of our full 24 hours of Le Mans series. We will be racing in Le Mans Ultimate using as much of its simulation factors to be as close to the racing as possible. We drive from the cockpit using a Fanatec CSL DD Plus wheel and load cell pedal set, without any assists except for what exists in the car. There are collisions and damage, tire wear, and fuel use, including virtual energy. There's plenty of racing to come, and the conclusion is still up in the air. Click on subscribe now so that you don't miss out on any of it. We rejoined the race preparing for the ninth stint, and it is now 10:32 p.m. here at the Circuit de la Sarthe. And having a look at our tires, we have a set of the mediums on. It's been 3 stints, and we are going to go for 4. Hoping that we can still drive them up to 0%. They are now in the 30s. So we are adding fuel and not changing tires.
41 seconds to fill up with virtual energy. We put in 0.91% or 91% fuel to virtual energy. We had kept the tires on. You can see there that we have damage on our front end. However, it's not enough to constitute a repair, and we don't have a choice to do it. "41 seconds, here we go. Again, very worn tires. Right now they're definitely not up to temperature. So these tires, a set of mediums actually, have not gone through a lot of spins, so they should be in very good shape considering 31%. Right now, 25 seconds behind Antonio Fuoco in first place, 15 seconds ahead of third place. So if we could keep this set of tires on the vehicle for this stint without having to come in early, it would be really beneficial. A little bit of a lock up there, but not too bad. So 10 o'clock at night, the sky is still a little bit light. Right now with the timing, I think we're confident that we don't necessarily have to catch up to the Ferrari, at least not at this point. So right now, again, our fuel target or our energy target, in order for us to hit 12.1 laps, we need to be at an average of 786. So again, our difficulty here is not knowing how many tires, well, how many compounds of the tires we have allowable. When we started the race, we were allowed 64 tires. And that should be 16 sets. Oh, a little wide. Corvette still in the race. So 796 there. We need to do a little bit better, but that was still our first lap.
So right away we're going to go into fuel saving mode and see how long we can go into the night here without having to come in. And the key to that is saving on virtual energy. We found that we've got plenty of fuel left with the ratio that we have to virtual energy, but we just got to make the virtual energy last longer. And while we are circling, we're looking at the other cars on track. There are 10 cars left in the hypercar class.
So we lost about 5 seconds to the lead on that last lap.
So when we exited the pits, we were 25 seconds behind Antonio Fuoco. It's up to 31 seconds now. And again, the other cars have different strategies as far as fuel and virtual energy, and we'll see all of that unfold as the race goes on. We are now looking at the lone BMW.
Tires are 59.
So as it's definitely nightfall, we are driving with cooler temperatures. I believe we are in the mid 70s, and you can see that even after a full lap, our tires are only up to about 60 degrees. And the mediums actually respond very well, about 67, 69. And we can adjust to this by lowering the tire pressure on the tires, letting them flex more and create heat. So we'll do that once we come in to change into a new set of tires. Again, riding along with the number 8 coming into Indianapolis. "32 seconds now behind the leading Ferrari. And about 10 seconds behind is the Penske Porsche of Matt Campbell. Kevin Estra in the number 6 Penske Porsche. And then Neil Johnny in the Proton Porsche.
Okay, we didn't save anything on that one.
Definitely difficult to save on energy when you just want to race. And we continue to lose seconds on the lead.
Now we gotta get down to 759.
Exiting the Porsche curves, we still have a lot of grip on these tires. And at the beginning of the race, we had a question, how far can we go on a set of tires? And at 50% depleted, can we still drive on them?
Still a long way.
So this does answer the question. The way that they are graded here at in Le Mans Ultimate is that the 100% that you're given at the beginning of the stint on these tires is the usable life and not the real life of the tires. So you can use them pretty depleted up until I guess 0%, and we'll see that pretty soon if we can get there on this stint. Waiting carefully to get around with the LMP2s. Very wide there on the exit of Tetra Rouge. That is the number 6 Penske Porsche of Kevin Estre. In 4th place, just ahead of him, his teammate Matt Campbell in the number 5. And the number 4 out of the race earlier in the evening.
Oh, big spin. And that is going to send the LMP2 into the barrier. Sorry, guys. Okay, strategy has changed.
So a very big, costly spin in the Mulsanne corner for the number 8. And this is the Penske Porsche. I believe that will bring him to within sight of the number 8. And I think that is the car just up ahead. Nope, that's the other Porsche. And ahead of him, I believe that is going to be the number 8. So both Porsches catching up to the number 8 as a result of the spin in the Mulsanne corner. Into the pits, the number 5. As the number 6 continues on. And I believe it's been in the last 4 or 5 stints that the Porsches have come in on our lap 7 of our stint. And we are right now in the 3rd, going on to the 4th. So they are starting to come in a little bit earlier. They may not be running as efficiently, or they may not be trying to save fuel here in the night, as it is pretty much an open track and you can go as fast as you can in order to save time. And it's probably a strategy that we need to look at as we go further into the night. It's still not midnight at this point, so there's still a lot of open racing in the dark. So there we are, that's Kevin Estre in the number 6, 3.6 seconds behind as a result of the spin earlier here at the Mulsanne corner as the number 8 goes around again. On board with the number 6 Porsche here. It looks like the number 8 is able to get away a little bit. And that is the number 8 just disappearing over the horizon. This is Indianapolis. And as we watched number 6, we heard the number 8 Toyota just going through at Arnage. There's the number 8, just a few seconds ahead. The number 6 abruptly slowing down, and we are through the Porsche S's. The number 6, and you can kind of see him wiggling back and forth. I believe he has run out of fuel. And this is just a few seconds short of the pit entrance. And if that car is not able to restart, that will be the end of the race for Kevin Estre. So on board with the number 8, we can't see Kevin Estre in our mirrors. We believe he came into the pits, but here is the truth, and that he ran out of fuel. So one more Penske Porsche out of the race. And a quick look at some of the other cars, the BMW and the Lamborghini in the garage now. Earlier, bowing out of the Le Mans 24 hours. As the number 8 goes around, this is Tetra Rouge once again, down the Mulsanne Straight. There are the standings. Antonio Fuoco, second place, Matt Campbell. Missing Kevin Estre, then Neil Johnny in the Proton Porsche, Nicolas Lapierre. And then I believe that is the yellow Cadillac, the second Alpine, the Jota Porsche, and Philippe Durrani has the red Cadillac, the Whelen Cadillac. And those are the remaining cars of the hypercar class. As we are watching the number 5 now. He did come into the pits to refuel, so he is on a new stint. Perhaps fresh tires, and we'll see how he does. And this is the Proton Porsche of Neil Jani. So it's still quite a few seconds behind. And this is the other Alpine. Both cars still running very strong into the race. There is the yellow Cadillac of Ranger van der Zand. The number 36 of Nicolas Lapierre crosses the start-finish line once again. And again, there is the yellow Cadillac just behind. Both cars racing right now as they are on the same lap.
Uh-oh. The front is in the red.
So now tire wear coming into play, the left front and now the left rear are both below 20%.
Now the right rear is in the red. Trying not to put a lot of pressure on the left side, coming in through Tetra Rouge. I think we can take these to the end.
And we are continuing to watch the race between the Alpine and the Cadillac. Coming out of the Mulsanne corner. Now again, the rest of the field had been coming in to refuel on our 7th lap of our stint for the last 4 or 5 stints. So we do expect some of these cars to start coming in. The number 5 Porsche did come in early. And what happened to the number 6 is that he didn't come in when he was supposed to. Perhaps they thought they could go around again. And he ran out of fuel on track. So the end of the race for Kevin Estra. And again, this is the number 8 coming in through Indianapolis.
So only 8 hypercars. In classification, however, timing says, well, 8. So somebody must have left.
There are 8 showing on the leaderboard, but there are 10 hypercars left on track.
Definitely the left side tires feel different than the right side. The purple lights didn't come on that time around. I think we are out of range.
Lap 3, 41.41.
Nope.
This is Antonio Fuoco coming around to cross the start-finish line.
We may be coming in at the 11th lap of this stint instead of the 12th. There you go. Oh, a little too late braking. Three seconds off. And Fuoco has come in.
Having a look at the standings on the upper left, it does appear as if Antonio Fuoco has come in. He is now 26 seconds behind. He was earlier about 35, 36 seconds ahead. So the last time around, he must have come in.
So we did have 7.7 on that last lap. Not too bad.
This is Philippe Duray in the 9th place Cadillac.
I gotta say, these tires are still doing pretty good.
Carl Bennett in the remaining Isota.
You can tell they were definitely not as warm.
Very carefully into the Porsche S's. Our tires are very worn now. Temperature is still very much under control, so we're going to keep driving on. We were thinking we would have to make a decision of coming in early if they started losing traction.
0.08.
But right now we are still within reach of our fast laps. And this is going to be the 8th lap of the stint, or we finished 8 laps, so this is the 9th lap of the stint. Coming in under the Dunlap Bridge. Again, a look at the standings shows that Antonio Fuoco, 23 seconds now behind the number 8. So he is making time. Again, there's still a lot of strategy left. If we are slower than his car is, it's very possible that we may be ahead of him in the pit stops and refueling. Still a very long race, as it's 24 hours and we are not even halfway into it here in the night.
It's hard to say how much the other cars are trying to save.
Yeah, so here now with a clear track, there is a lot of time to be saved and made up, even gained, based on strategy. And right now, the only thing that we can do is try to conserve the tires and the virtual energy. We're actually quite happy with being able to go into the 4th stint here and still being able to drive reliably with this set of medium tires. Our plan, I think, is to go to a set of the softs. It's possible that we may stagger them. But again, we should have plenty of tires left. And again, unfortunately, we don't know which compounds we have available.
Sketchy.
So again, we have 48 new tires still available to us, and we don't know what compound they are that we can use. But that's certainly plenty of tires, considering this set of mediums can go 4 stints.
I believe that was one of the Alpines.
So we did see a spin, and that is the number 35 spinning as he approaches the exit out of the forward curves, and right now being held back by cars passing by. I believe he would be able to yep, he is getting going again. So the number 35 back on track, both Alpines still going at this point.
Ninth lap.
It's dark, of course, but having a quick look at the Alpine didn't seem to be too much damage. And that's something that perhaps Studio 397 can have a look at. You know, when you're watching the 24 Hours of Le Mans, you'll see cars trying to make it all the way back into the pits with a substantial amount of damage, missing body parts, missing headlights, and so on. Even wheels that are off the ground and not turning, and the car is still trying to limp into the pits. So we need a little bit of simulation of the damage. Right now it's only showing crumpled fenders. Back to the number 8. Right now the HUD indicates that we need to be at 7.68 or 7.72. No, 7.05 to be able to go 3 laps. Definitely not going to happen, but we are in our 10th right now.
We just need about a third of a lap.
That time was a 3:40.60. I think we're just gonna go. We won't make our 12. Or we will make our 12. Now we gotta save because these tires are old. So we did see a spin earlier, and that was one of the Alpines, but Lapierre is just ahead of us. 10%.
A quick look at the HUD indicates all tires now below 20%. And the left front now at 10%. Now on our 11th lap of the stint, we should be able to make another lap before they go to absolute zero. But even at this point, they're actually still driving pretty well. We are losing time to Antonio Fuoco, I believe 6 seconds since he came into the pits. But that time definitely can be made up here with a longer stint. And with the number 8, we're able to go to 12 full laps.
Okay, so we did not get our call into the pits. We have enough fuel. Do another lap.
So 11 laps now complete in the stint. We would normally be getting the call into the pits to come in and refuel. So on board right now, we are having to do the math.
We gotta make a decision about the pit.
And right now, 11% of virtual energy left.
Stretch it, but our tires are also very bad.
We are using 7.85. So if we came in to cross the start-finish line, we would have roughly 3% virtual energy.
Not going to make it on virtual energy.
So there you heard it. We are not going to make it on virtual energy. And we are going to make the call to come in and refuel. So seemingly a decision that could have been made by the pit crew. And perhaps this is something that if you are racing a full stint or a full length race here at
So right now, if we were
Le
starting,
Mans, you may have to
lap,
decide when to come
could
in.
make it around, as we are only, we're burning 785, and we had 7 back there, 7.7. But definitely had it on the fuel. I think we could have shaped our virtual energy use a little bit better, but these tires have yet to go. 9%. So we are coming in at the end of this stint, or this lap. Oh no!
A big impact here for the number
That is
8,
gonna be
a
major
crash
damage.
into the barrier at the entry of the Porsche S's.
Just lost our position on the track. There is the Toyota Porsche zipping by.
Yes, so the Toyota Porsche has passed by, and you got
So
to
we
see
have a
that
broken
the Ferrari
front
is now
suspension.
right behind the number 8.
There is the Ferrari.
The number 8 still trying to recover. This is our pit though, so we
Steering
are
wheel
coming in,
is askew.
having a look at the HUD. There is damage on
Mild
the
vibration.
right front suspension. Driver now complaining of vibration in the steering wheel, so we'll have to address some repairs here.
Oh, really messed up on that one. So we are going to have extra time here
Lap 404.
for the repair.
83.
And we're definitely going to have to take down the
pressure in the tires to let them heat up. It is, they are running cool in the night here.
So into the pits, we are 21 seconds ahead of second place.
That is enough to get around just one more time. You're short on
And having a look here, we had 1.8 gallons. That should be just enough to get around one more time. However, we only have 5% of virtual energy and definitely would not have been enough. And we would be penalized at this point. So 7% on the front left and 15 on the front right, 10 and 16 in the rear. And that may have been enough to go one more lap. So here are the standings once again. It looks like the Ferrari is on a set of softs, and we will do that as well, along with the other cars. Having a look here, the Alpine does have a staggered setup. And further down the standings, we can see Kevin Estra having fallen out. And then the lone BMW also falling out. So Sheldon Vanderlinde out of the race. And that was 10 laps ago. So no more BMWs here at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Further down the standings, you can see the other cars that had fallen out in previous stints, including the number 4 Porsche of Kevin Estra in the Porsche Penske, and then the number 51 Ferrari of Alessandro Perguidi 29 laps ago. We thank you for watching this race at Driving Immersion if you've made it this far, and remember, for more exciting racing ahead, give us a like and click on subscribe or follow so you don't miss out on the next race event. We'll see you next time.